Oh, hey, welcome back to another day of a live discussion with Rooted in Hebrew. Um, man, I'm surprised today is the 25th. I'm still stuck back in June, and this is October. This month is almost gone by. Wow. As the title states, bracing your heart up for life, and with all the obstacles that we have in front of us, we have done. Our people have done a good job at making the best out of a bad situation. That's one thing we have done. We made it a practice. It would appear more so. That's what we have done. And but now this final, I'm not gonna say this final track. Excuse me. I just got through visiting um, orphanage, and for whatever reason, it was burning up today. It was quite hot today. But going back to the bracing, and I know with some, we may fall into to pity. We at times we do that, and because a lot of brothers and sisters have always asked this question within themselves: Why is it so hard on us? Why do we have to work so hard? And with this awakening, we know why. We know why. Um, and what we must do to continue to fight this um, this fight. That's what we must do. But it's that heart that has all the attention in it. Whatever's in a person's heart, the scripture says, the mouth is going to speak. It's going to speak it. Whatever a person is always talking about, whatever that person's um, love is or deep concern, that person is going to talk about that religiously when it's all over said and done. That's what they're going to do. There's no escaping it. Now you will find some that's going to be aware of what is in their heart, but do not want no one to know what they're up to. Now that's that slick, satanic type person. That's what that is. And that's one thing we have to be absolutely on guard against. Because that's that slick cat that can come in and never fool people thinking that he can move mountains. He or she can move mountains. That's where it comes into play of bracing our heart for life. It's bracing our hearts for life. Because and this is not to say we tooting our horn or that we have a little sympathetic saying or feeling. We went through a lot. We went through a lot. And you still have brothers and sisters that's still going through some things. Cancer or any other type of sickness. Well, these brothers and sisters are dealing with that. And some of these brothers and sisters that are dealing with some serious medical issues, you would not even know it because it's the way they carry themselves. It's their line of thinking. And that's the beautiful thing of it. That mind can make you or it can break you. That's one thing that mind can do. It can make you or break you. If a doctor came in and told you that, hey, you got this and you got that, and he giving you all the rundowns to your life expectancy. Shalom, brother Dwayne and sister. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Avon Dillon? They're coming in. They would shoot the and they do it with what people say. They would give it to you in a professional way, as if they literally soothing your soul. They're letting you know, hey, we found this stage 4 cancer, and let us soothe you with our words, but you still go die. That's that you know. I'm all right. I'm sorry, sis. I know a guy named Dwayne, and he spells it the same way. I'm sorry about this, sis. Uh, but the way we get things, and I have seen individuals. I have. I've seen individuals. They find out. They go to the doctor, and the doctor tells them what they found. That mind breaks that body down even faster. Because the doctor, they let them know. They let them know, oh, this is what it's doing. It's affecting this part of the body, and it's also uh, metastasizing over here, and it's going to eventually affect your so and so. They give you the worst case scenario because they have this mindset that they're gods. That's what they have. They have that mindset that they think they're gods. And unfortunately, especially back in the days, we believed them. And they will be the first one to sit up and say, hey, you don't want to take this herb with this particular medicine. And there may be some truth to it. But anything that's a chemical should always be secondary to the natural. Because if you just take medicine and look at the ingredients and break down some of that ingredients, when it gets down to some medicine, they got numbers and letters with it, and they're saying this is that's a chemical. That is a chemical. Now, when you talk about the root of something, look that root up. Especially if they have more than one herb in that medicine. That may be the medicine the herbs that you need to get a hold to. And it's only going to be a very small amount of that herb in that medicine, brother. If you all think I'm joking, look at your medicines. High blood pressure, there's potassium in it, magnesium. Two things that black people need: potassium and especially magnesium. Put that in your diet and tell me what your blood pressure look like. The Most High said the leaves are for the healing of the nations. That's only if you want to believe it too. Now, if you want to sit up here and second guess the Most High, that is absolutely your business. You got to walk that road by yourself. But if he said, these are the things that can help you. He knew the condition of us. His original purpose for mankind was to live forever, not get sick and waste away. That was not part of his plan. When sin came in, okay, it didn't shake the Most High off his rocks. He knew exactly what he put in place then. That's when he placed that enmity between the serpent's seed and the woman's seed. The Most High knew that that was a terrible decision Adam made, as well as Eve. Although she was deceived, it still was a decision. Now, on the devil's side, I can't say it's a decision. Let's call it a decision because he has free will. As long as you have free will, you have a decision. If you do not have free will, you don't have no decision to be making. But getting back to what I'm seeing about a lot of brothers and sisters, a lot of our brothers, they deal with depression, and especially since the lollipop stuff happened. I never seen so many people do some things that they usually don't do. But when that stuff kicked in, that right there was a game changer. People was it complaining of brain fog. I mean, but why? Well, I mean, let me leave. It don't make sense to me talking about but why. We know exactly why. The nation uh, got judged, well, started getting this heavier judgment rather. That's what it was started happening. And when that stuff hit the fan, the first thing the world said, black people are more susceptible to getting this virus. You know, when they say that, my ears go bigger because now I know I'm concerned about something. It's not the fact that we are more susceptible. It's the fact that they want to put it out there that we are. That's what they want to put out there. They wish they can have the life we have. And I'm talking about the life we have right now. When I say the life, I'm talking about being trampled upon and all of that. They wish they had that life. Because they still trying to figure out in their mind, how in the world are these people still living? And we did all of this stuff to them. How is it that they still moving on? How is it that they can sit up and get on the football field and run circles around other players other than black people? How is it they can get on TV and make you laugh until your back hurt? How can they sing a song that can bring tears to your face? These are the people we came in and tried to wipe out their whole race, and they still here. Why hasn't the world as a whole asked itself that? Because I know they got to be feeling something about it. They got to be feeling something. But I tell you one thing they are feeling. They are feeling that, hey, my forefathers, yeah, they did some bad things to African Americans. And you have some out there that's apologetic. I can't necessarily say righting wrongs because the only person that's going to right any type of wrongs is going to be the Most High. When it's all over said and done, it's going to be the Most High. But our brothers and sisters, I seen brothers and sisters just like liquefy themselves away. And I seen brothers come in and say, hey, you mind if I help you with this here, with this particular herb? I seen brothers and sisters turn their nose up to any type of herb. They always felt that it was the medicine that was going to help them. And then they claim, oh, the Most High got me, the Most High got me. Yes, he does. Let's have a clear understanding about the Most High and the understanding of how he got us. If you have a headache, and it keeps throbbing. And you got an aspirin tree right there next to you. But then you go rely on the Most High to stop your head from hurting. When you have an aspen tree that can help you out right then and there. You cannot sit up here and think you go put the Most High to the test when you have what you need on this planet Earth. All it takes is a little bit of searching, asking, because you talk to a lot of brothers and sisters, you go find somebody that know herbalist. And we're going to have to start believing these things. The world came in, I'm going to say Gentiles, and they came in as if I'm here to help you. And they can talk all nice, soft, and everything. And we believe them. We believe them. Even until they put us into the ground. Brothers and sisters, this is not the time. For all things that we know and have experienced, this is the time to be putting your trust in the Most High. When He tell you there's things out there that can help you, if the Most High, what He was saying was a false allegation, why do everybody on this planet Earth know they need to eat food, to get energy, to get around, to do what they need to do? You can eat certain foods. If you have, like I said, a headache, aspen tree, the bark of an aspen tree, it ain't nothing but an aspen. But brothers, when I say bracing, it's talking about you got to de-brace yourself from every tactic that we have been taught in the Western world. Period. You got brothers out there that wrote books about different types of herbs and what you need to do with it and things of that nature. Then you have your doctors that come right next to you. So, oh, you can't do this here. It will interfere with this. I never forget when people back in the days that was talking about grapefruits and how it was good for blood pressure, which I already knew that. I love grapefruits. And but then the doctors came out talking about, well, yeah, that's probably true, but you want to be careful because there could be some interaction with the medicine along with grapefruits. And matter of fact, they put it on as a warning also. Why would it interfere with the medicine? Grapefruit has potassium in it, just as much the potassium in the medicine. Now, don't granted, too much potassium is not good for you because they just let you know right there. If their medicine has potassium in it and you eating a grapefruit, yeah, you putting too much in your system. But then at the same time, you're like, well, why would I take a pill where it could be synthetic potassium that you put together so you can make money off of? Everything these people has done is not for the greater good of us. If they did give you a pill for your cancer, your blood pressure, and things of that nature, it's only to keep you limping along. Keep you limping along. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you started taking your blood pressure at the age of 30. You started. Let's just say the doctor put you on high blood pressure at the age of 30. By the time you get to 50, your kidneys, at least one of them, if not both, will start to fail. Look it up. Look it up. Then that's when dialysis kick in. You went from one scenario to another of cleansing your blood on a daily basis. Now, I heard doctors, especially black doctors, Tell black people, well, you can't blame nobody but yourself. You're eating all this food that's not good for you, and so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. But when you black and poor, and your money is already funny, be careful what you say to people, because you don't know what their living conditions are, what type of money they have in their pocket. They only eat foods that is synthetically put together at a cheap price just to put some in their bellies to make them feel full. Understand that stuff is already it's been put in place to work against us. And the last thing we need to be having is people, especially our own brothers and sisters that may be in the medical field, tell them you need to quit stop, you need to stop eating this. And it's true. It is absolutely true. But ask yourself, what has the system set up? Why do you go to these black neighborhoods? You don't see no Whole Food. If you do, trust and believe. It was put there just for show. Give it a year, and then eventually they're gonna close that store. You Negroes are already you have a reproductive system that is unmatched to any people on this planet Earth. That's one thing they do know. They know this. What was it? A few months ago, they was asking African descendant men go to Japan and marry somebody and have babies. They knew what the life is at. And then people get on there, oh, that was a myth and so and so. Not according to some brothers that was there. Not according to the brothers that was there that went up there and called themselves doing what they wanted to do and things. Teach his own. But they know about the strength that lies within us. They know these things. The only bad thing about it is a lot of us don't know it. A lot of us do not understand the strength that is within us. I'm telling you, the Most High knew exactly that we will be up under intense persecution. And I don't care what religion you was in, what part of town you was from, you still going to go through the same thing as your forefathers went through. Mama hanging up with nothing. We was going to go through, and we still are. It's just we getting down to the wire. We getting down to the wire. You will have some brothers and sisters that's going to cross you. If they can shake you off your rocks, so be it. Let it happen. That's how the devil thinks. If I can have your firstborn to come up against you and just tear your heart apart, the devil will work on it. He will literally work on it. That bracing up your heart, brothers, I tell you, that's going to be life saving. It's going to be life saving. And it is life saving. It's not necessarily it's going to be, it is a life saving matter. You have brothers and sisters here, you have sisters here that are dying from cervical cancer. In 1 month, two months ago, in 1 month, you know, 4 sisters that died from cervical cancer. Yes. Um, and it's mind blowing because when you look at it, that's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. My first wife, that's what got took her out. And first it was Endiotrometris, something like that. I have a hard time pronouncing it. That's what it started off with at first. And so, I mean, went through the procedures on that because at that time it was nothing, major and things. But as time went on, they come back to my. When I say time, I'm talking some years went by. And they come back and say, "Oh, we found stage 4 cancer." Mm, stage 4. Now, and listen to me. In my mind, I'm saying, "Oh, she gonna beat it." That was my mind. But I mean, it didn't happen the way I was thinking. It did not happen. It did not. So I mean, and brothers and sisters, I'm not sitting here saying that you should not take your medicine. I'm not saying that. But if you can do research and find whatever herbs out there that can help this or that, I don't. It will serve its purpose for us individually to do just those things. Um, and plus, you're putting back in your body what your body needs because you're most definitely low on something that's causing this particular disease to pop up and to ramble and to be flowing through your blood. Granted, I do not put nothing past this system. Of course, I remember when they was talking about steroids and chicken. They had the little bitty breast about this big. Let me wash my hands because some people be talking. Oh, he throwing up a demon sign, but a shape or something. And the chicken breast was not big. Now one chicken breast can go like this here, one like this. What's wrong with that picture? And then the first people they put it out to, it's us. It's us. Put it in the white neighborhood. First thing they go complain, oh no, you will get this about here. They already know. They already know. But we see a price on it, $9 for two big breasts. We buy it. We think, oh, we done hit the mother load. Now the mother load, now the mother load is about to slap us in the face with that, and it did. It did. Back in the let me see, early '80s, and I want you brothers to really truly think about this, brothers and sisters. Did you really hear a lot about people? Shalom, Sister Georgetta. Uh, did you hear about people dying of cancer like that back in the '80s? Truthfully, well, the '90s, yes, the '80s, '70s, '80s. I mean, I was a child in the '70s. I was in the '80s too, but I mean, maybe if it was there, I didn't see it or nor recognize it. Because I believe the oldest auntie at that time when I was living, she was like 100 and something, and she was a twin with long hair down. I mean, her hair went down past her knees. Um, she was the oldest one, and I remember as a child when she fell asleep in death, they brought her body to my grandmother's house. My grandmother at this time, no, they were still doing things that way. Oh, 18. I'm sorry about this, Sister Georgiana. Okay. And so this is just how far, but I mean, I never heard not one time that my auntie died of cancer. And all of my aunties, that is my great aunts, on my grandmother's side, Not one of them died from like a serious disease that they had to contend with. No, they didn't. Not one of them. Uh, la- I have one great aunt that is still living out of all of her brothers and sisters. She's the only one. She's the only one that's still living. But this thing here that we are experiencing, because now you do your research on cancer, you go find out that our people dominate in cancer cases. We always dominating in everything. Cancer cases. Um, One thing we're not dominating in, as to the world believing that we are Yasharel, we're not dominating in that. But that's going to come. I mean, it's coming. It's coming. And when they do get that, that's something that you would not, they would not be able to go back and talk back and, oh, we made a mistake. It's not them and so on. So, no, no, it's not. I I went to an orphanage today, and I'm gonna upload that video of this orphanage I was at, and it was this young brother, and she's in this the caregiver. She was stating that well, sister, on the dietary laws, that is so true because the Most High did say that His people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. That's you're so true. Now, if we, I mean, I can't say if, but when the world, when our people getting that first taste of it, it was repulsive to them because they knew where they came from. They knew that they did not eat pork. But when you start to get hungry, you haven't eaten in so many days. Ooh, shucks. Um, I mean, it can be troublesome. But as time went on, we'll pick up a piece of pork and catfish, and then at the same time turn right around and pray over it. Because we didn't know no better. Truthfully, we didn't know no better. We didn't. The Most High said that we was going to lose all of that, and we did. We lost all of it. In order for us to appreciate it, we had to lose it. And then once you wake up and you start to realize, oh, now it's time. It's like you got to take all of that years of unclean foods and get it out of your system. It's like you're doing a spiritual detox of your complete body, mind. That's what it seems like. But at the same time, you still got to watch stuff that you get out the stores because you have a lot of foods. They have pork byproducts in it. I was buying canned goods, a can of black eyed peas. And I was like, and someone just told me to read the back of it. Read the back of it and it said pork pork flavoring. I was outdone. Now, mind you, I had just went to the grocery store. Because I cleaned out my cabinets and all that through all that. I was not going to give it away because I don't care if it was a Gentile. We, by being under law, just because it's unclean for us, it does not make it right that we give to somebody. Because we know from biblical law, it's not to be consumed. Although it was written for Israel. But we do not pass on something that we know we do not eat onto them. but they will do it to you. You think I'm joking? Go to the west side of Chicago. All those major food meat markets. I'm gonna say it this way: They are not owned by black people. They owned by people that yeah, Rev 29, yes. Uh, Catfish, J&J, mm-hmm. It's Islam all day long, all day long, and they very well know you should not be eating catfish. But J&J is always in black neighborhoods. Any catfish place, trust and believe, it's gonna be in our neighborhood. Why? Why is this stuff gonna be in our neighborhood? Because they already know who we are. In order for them to continue to live the life that they're living and to be on top of us, they got to keep us in sin. We got to stay in sin in order for them to continue to live the way they want to live. With this awakening, yes, they're quite upset now. You messing with their livelihood. But at this particular time, we're not concerned about their livelihood, because your livelihood is affecting my family. Figure out another way to go about your livelihood. It's just that simple. But they do not want to do these things because, hey, we have a slave-based people, but I mean, this is what we have seen and witnessed. And when it comes down to the dietary law, it's very important that we try our best to maintain that to the best of our ability. And at the same time, it appears that to be on the safe side, that it seems like you just have to grow your own food and raise your own food, cattle and all that. Because now you know exactly what you're eating. Shalom, Sister Vivi, Vivian. Yes. If you want to be on the safe side, grow your own food. I just left a market where the brothers and sisters, on Friday, that's when all of them come out. They pull out all. I've seen one pork butchery. I was surprised to see it. But I ain't never seen nobody in there though. Never. I've seen a lot of our people in the beef and chicken markets. Not too much in that pork. Not too much. Even a lot of the Christians, they do not believe. I'm talking about here. A lot of them don't believe that they should be eating pork. But that's not the case in the United States. That's not the case. And I know a lot of you all know for a fact that's not the case. Now here it is. They kind of look down. They look down on pork. They do. And which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But bracing up our minds, brothers and sisters, that's a necessity. That is a necessity. Brothers, I know we all getting up in that age. And the doctors, they want to do this examination to check your prostate. If you having that pain in your stomach, I tell you, let me do it this way. So I'm gonna put my email in the and then you can reach out to me that way. Let me do my email real quick. I forgot what I was talking about. But moving on, I just posted it, my email address in there in the chat. And so what we what we have in front of us, brothers and sisters, um, we have free will that the Most High has given us. Let's use that free will for first and foremost for His glory, for the Most High's glorification. Secondly, for your life. It's easy to say what you want to do and what you don't want to do and things of that nature. It's easy to say those things. But if you're a person who look past the present, or that's right in front of you, yeah, you looking well past what's in front of you because you're looking up the road, round the corner, down the street, over the bridge. That's how far a man of God or a man of Elohim or a sister, they look, they think. That's what we do. Yes, we do. These last days, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you now, and it just dawned on me what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about the brothers. And you start feeling that pain in your stomach when you can't stand up straight, and you're having pains in your lower testicles. This is my encouragement to you, brothers. Don't panic. Do not panic. And at the same time, I mean, you do have that problem. I mean, go get yourself checked out. Things of that nature. You do. You're gonna get yourself checked out. Um, and don't feel like it's an embarrassment. It's just age, brother. It's age. But I find it very, I ain't gonna say funny, um, odd when it comes to us. The thing that gets us is cervical cancer, breast cancer, or prostate cancer. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We, I don't know what it is about man and his obsession with our reproductive system. I mean, to a degree, I do know, and they know it's supreme. They know it's, you know, they still, their science cannot make sense out of it. Can't make sense out of it. Our people, do you all know that twins, that our sisters dominate the whole world with twins, especially in Nigeria? Our black sisters, out of all women on this earth, they have the most of twins out of all women on this planet Earth. That's the gift we have. That's what we have. When a brother is in his prime, the world is trying to figure out how in the world to go break this man down. It takes time. It takes time. I knew this. I call him a brother because I mean, this guy, um, all his friends was black. Everybody he ran with was black. His wife, she was black. But I tell you, when that man got cancer, they told me he had cancer in a matter of 1, 2 months. I thought he was a toothpick. I could not believe Now this brother, I mean, man, let me tell you something. This guy, he wasn't a fat guy, he wasn't a skinny guy. Always played basketball with the brothers. Always. When they told him he had cancer, 2 months he was gone. Shriveled literally away. Doing any and everything. All right, Sister Georgetta. Hmm. And and let's not get it. I don't want to get it misunderstood that um, hmm, that I'm, going against some people, all people. That's not of us, but for the vast majority of people that did. Hindi. Sister Georgetta, I don't know what that is. Truthfully, I do not know. But I look out for it and see what's going on. But I tell you, the system, I seriously believe this system is on its way out. It is what it is, and things of that nature. It's happening that way. Um, and it's so important that we really brace ourselves up. Um, and when I say brace, it's just not against these the diseases that are confronting our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers. I lost my oldest sister and my brother. Matter of fact, my oldest sister, my oldest brother. This was diseases, and both of them was diabetic, up under the banner of diabetes and things of that nature. Um, Unfortunately, that stuff can do some things to you. It can. But at the same time, they just play with us. And if you all know any brothers and sisters, when it comes to diabetes or diabetic, there you go. Hold on. Electricity pops off. Every time it pops off, the radio thing goes off. Uh, we're going to lose loved ones. I mean, when you talk about bracing your heart up, it's against that too now. It's against this losing these loved ones. But the one thing I found out about this Hebrew community, we don't talk about the resurrection. We do not. We do not give ourselves hope of a resurrection. That's one thing we do not do. Although you had Yahusha, who set the example of a resurrection. He was going there feeding, healing, and resurrecting who? People. That's what he was doing. And so, I mean, that resurrection, we need to start playing that more into our minds and heart. Because when you start to lose loved ones, like Sister Georgetta, she said her son is 18, 18 and 19. Um, that's a painful thing. That's matter of fact, it's abnormal for a parent to lose a child. Abnormal. And you want to talk about hurt? Now I cannot say I felt that before. I can only imagine when I seen my brother when he lost his daughter. I seen the hurt of my brother, and that's what hurt. That's what hurted me to see him in that type of hurt. To see his 13-year-old child to fall asleep in death, and he was nowhere around to be there. When I say this man loves kids, what we both do. My brother, a child say something, he try to give it to him right there at the drop of a dime. He love kids. Love kids. But when you lose a child, or a parent, or a mother, death does something to you. And people can say, oh, I seen it coming. My father, he was battling cancer for so many years and so on. So I don't care how many years he was battling cancer. You can never get used to death. Death was not part of the Most High's plan for his people. It was not. It's a byproduct due to sin. Because eventually, that's 18, 18 years old. That's what I was talking about, Sister Georgetta's son. It hurts. It hurts. And if you think you felt that hurt, think about when our forefathers been so disobedient against the Most High. Yes, he was hurt. Like I was speaking of, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? The Most High said, he felt hurt at his heart that he had created man. Let that sink in. Then you will understand his feelings. You will understand how a mother feels when she lose a child, or a father lose a child. I was working with this one brother years ago. And at this time, I was Jehovah's Witness. And so everybody used to take stabs at me, about, Jehovah's Witness and what they do and don't do and all that stuff. They didn't faze me. They didn't. They didn't faze me. But this one guy, I lit back into him on a scriptural basis. I said, you probably go to church, what? Easter Sunday out of a whole year? And everybody started laughing because it was true. And so, but as time went on, when I was talking about things based on the scriptures, it's always going to be that one person sitting back off in the cut that's taking everything in. And just one day, we were sitting around, and he came onto the bus, and he said, man, Mike, you think God will forgive me for what I did? Well, I mean, I was saying, yeah. And then, the second thing to come out of my mouth, what is it that you did? He said, well, my older brother found a shotgun. And so he was playing with it, playing like, suicide type like jokes. But his brother didn't like it. He said, man, don't do that. Don't be playing like that. So he gets up and he grabs the barrel of, it was a sawed-off shotgun. He grabbed the barrel of it and told him quit playing with it. And so he goes up with it and it went off. He was nine years old at the time. His brother, he was 10. Imagine how that little 9-year-old boy felt to see his brother's head come off his body. They said, he said, man, do you know I did not go to high school till, I forgot how many years it was. They kept him out of school because they literally had to treat him psychologically, treat him. Because he was, And when he was talking to me, he never looked me in the face. He kept his head to the floor, fumbling with his fingers. I'm like, bro, that was not your fault, bro. He said, I was just thinking, maybe I shouldn't have grabbed a hold to the barrel or whatever, and think. I was like, bro, I am sorry that it happened to your brother. And at this time, I think we was in our 30s. That brother broke down and cried. Now, mind you, he was 9 years old when that happened. Trauma just don't get up and leave overnight. Not in a year, not 2 years, not 3 years. It all depends on the individual. But trauma usually stay for a very long time. And if the devil can use that trauma against us, he will. That brother, I tell you, he cried, he cried. And I tell you, he got kids. At this time he had his kids. You couldn't get that brother to have a gun in his house. You couldn't. His kids, he's there for his kids. It's that mindset, brothers and sisters. I tell you, that mind is a very strong part of the human body. It's what you see. It's what you see. But what's in that mind, it can go out through all types of times. What happened 30 years ago, 40 years ago, can be still living strong in somebody's mind right now. I tell you, brothers, brace up your mind, brace up your heart. There was one time I was on his brother's show, and they was talking about watching these type of shows that had some demon influences. So I'm listening to them. And I said, no. So I spoke up. I said, truthfully, you don't encourage your brothers and sisters to watch the show because you feel that you can get some information from demons. You cannot get no information from no demon that the Most High is not giving you. It's just that simple. You do not need to go to the demon to learn something. Who was that went to the demon? Was that Saul? Samuel went to get an understanding, not get an understanding, but trying to figure out what was going to happen to him. He went to an omen. The Most High don't play that. There's what do the light has to do with the darkness? Brothers and sisters, I remember that movie that came out a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I was talking about it. I'm like, no. Brothers, the only time a demon comes into your house is when you invite him. That's the only time he come into your house is when you invite them, whether through his music, TV, or just flat out opening your door and asking them to come on in. Because trust and believe, they gonna come. Now, this is the thing about when they get inside your house. It ain't the fact they come in and they stirring up things right then and there. They just linger. I don't care if it's for 2 or 3 years, 5 years, 20 years. They linger. Stay there, sitting in silence, off in the cut, waiting for something to pop off, and they will use what they can use against you in that household. If it means your whole family got to be taken out, the devil is going to use it because you invited them into the house. And especially if you continue to practice keeping them invited into your house. It could be a TV show. You very well know, hey, this stuff has some very strong demon influences. I mean, they even casting out, talking about some spells that really exist. And you listening to it, you're inviting it inside your house. You're setting yourself up for a failure of a magnitude that you will not clearly understand. Don't get me wrong, brothers. I ain't gonna lie to you. We had I seen it. What's that movie called? Chucky. Oh my goodness. Chucky scared the mess out of me. He scared me so bad, I was scared to get up and turn the TV off. I literally sat there and waited till the movie got up, and I shot out that house. I felt I was free. But at the same time now, the devil got smooth. The devil got smooth. Because the 80s, 90s, black people didn't mess with um, blatant demonic movies or any type of witchery. No, black people didn't do that. That's one thing we didn't do. The devil knew, how can I draw these people in? How can I draw these people in? I need these niggas. He brought music in. He brought music. He got to bring these people in. Let them rap. Let them sing. Let them express their frustration. And that's how he got himself inside of our homes rapidly. Yes, he did. And we have history to prove that. We have history. The 90s was the worst time for us. But at the same time, when you go back and you look at the 90s up to now, it's you, brothers and sisters, that are awoken. And the 90s had something to do with it. The 90s had something. It was a bad time for us. Don't get me wrong. It was. It was a bad time for us. But the 90s, some of those raps, although they was talking about some hardcore stuff, a lot of it was telling the truth. But now, calling our sisters B's and H's, now that's where the cursing was brought up on ourselves, because I don't care what you're talking about. If that's your sister and you called her a B, you didn't set yourself for yourself up with some discipline. And we got discipline. We did. We got discipline. Whether you're a star or not. I mean, Dre came out with some beats that would shoot you back to the 70s. He brought it up into a rap. Oh, you like, oh yeah, I can rock with this. Oh yeah. And we did. But we are the same individuals of the 90s that are awakened now. And if you trace your start back, people come to find out that, hey, truthfully, I would not necessarily say that was the moment, but it did wake you up because you knew about there was something going on with black people. There was a push about being black, being proud. And then 2000 came in and we woke up. And when we woke up like, we woke up. We woke up. And if you think I'm joking, go back and listen to some of the 90s. I ain't say go back and listen to it. But if you reference a lot of the music, you go hear the pain of some of those rappers. And they're talking about the stuff that was happening in the streets, which all of us pretty much understand. Then brothers started to call themselves distancing themselves from the sisters. Yes, they did. They thought that was the gangster thing to do. But when it's all over said and done, it was those gangsters that always had a black woman in their bed. So you can't call this woman a dog when you're sleeping with what you think is a dog. No. But I tell you, that awakening, because majority of us that are awakened, we lived through the 90s. Public Enemy, they was talking about it. What's that other rapper name? It was one of the rappers. He been saying that for years. That we was, we was the descendants of Shem. I forgot that guy's name. Marvin Gaye was another one. He was Marvin Gaye was way before his time. Way before his time. Now, if you can just take Marvin Gaye and blend him with Tupac, mm, you gonna have some political mayhem on your hand. You just take that. Because if you go back into the 70s, it was all about, you know, loving this woman. KRS-One. You're right, Cynthia. KRS-One. I mean, yeah. And he's the one that he was saying that for years, even back in the 90s. He was saying that. He was saying that. So now, when the 90s came through and did his thing, because it would appear that the Most High was seeing what was happening with his people. Miles Davis, I like Miles Davis music also. But I don't know about it. I never heard him, speak about being the people of the book though. But when you just go back, like I said, you listen to a lot of the brothers and sisters music. Like what's that sister name? I think she had some mental issues when it got down to it. What's that sister name? Simone. I forgot the sister last name, but it was Simone. Um, yes, it's like she didn't play with white people. She didn't, and it seemed like the more she got into her profession in music, the more she started to see them as to who they really were. She did. She did. But this 90s and this thing with us, it's just we we went through some things, and now, like I said, brothers, the bracing, building that foundation up. We're going to see some things. Nina Simone. That was her. All right, Nina. Oh, I thought her first name was Simone. I'm sorry. Okay, Nina Simone. Nina Simone. Yes. Bracing up our mind, having that foundation, brothers and sisters. We're going to need that now. Yeah, we may see some loved ones fall away, but there's a resurrection. Sister Georgetta, nah, that sister, she gonna see her son again. Trust and believe. She gonna be breaking down as if, what is this? But this is gonna be an opportunity where she don't have to lose him ever again. And this is gonna be the same with a lot of us brothers and sisters. Your mother, your fathers, your brothers, your sisters, all those that fell asleep in death. There's that opportunity of life that the Most High said He's going to give back to His people. The resurrection. But I notice we don't talk about the resurrection like we should, because it is a base that we should be talking about, that we should be looking forward to. It's not that. And I hate it with a passion when I go to print and I see this here. I hate it with a passion. It gives off an energy as if this is it. There's no more. We brothers and sisters, let's think about that resurrection a lot more than what we don't think about. Looking at the people of that prophecy that's appreciating who they are. He's in the hurt that you're going through. He's oh yeah, he's winding up because now when we hurt, he hurt. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it misunderstood. He hurts too to the orphanage. I'm saying our people. laying out in front of their house on a mat or a rug, taking a nap on the step, laid out, stretched out with a pillow. Not just one, not just two, a lot of them. They just sit out, laying on a dusty porch. This is the scenery of our brothers and sisters here. That's what it is. And when we start to heal as a nation, we're going to shout and praise to the Most High. But His discipline had to run its course through us. It had to. It was a must that that discipline takes its place within us. The hurt. No, Sister Georgetta, I think that was me. Because when I looked up, I was like pop locking and didn't know I was dancing. The screen kept freezing. And so, no, I think it was me. I mean, if it's something everybody else, then it's ain't no telling. Shoot, I don't put nothing past this world no more. I'm gonna tell y'all brothers this. When I was there, and I seen a child that looked like a buddy of mine. It looked just like his daughter. I said, man, that girl looked like Cholo's daughter. And I said, Lord thing. And I said, how old is she? And she said, well, we don't know the ages. We just estimate their ages. I'm like, wow, okay. They just estimate the child age. And so the child came in without saying a word. She came in, what we call social workers, or it could be a police there. They come in and they bring the child in to them and drop the child off and they leave. So they was, talking over the child and they was thinking about what we're gonna name her Blessing. The little girl turned around and said, no, my name is Karen. And they all jumped back and said, oh, she can talk. Because she's so small, you would think she was like what? You would think that she was just months or not months, well months or from like 11 months to 1 year old. And then she spoke and said, no, my name is Karen. And they said, oh, okay. And they stuck with her name. But they showed that we met another sister there. She'd been there since she was 4. Now she's 14. And then the sister was explaining to me that a lot of these kids are, she said a lot, are from pre-arranged marriage. I'm like, I said, oh. Then it hit me. So you talking about from 9 to 10 pre-arranged marriage? And now, mind you, when I went to this particular area, they use mud and the tree branches to build a wall. And then they come up and they smooth it out. That's how they build it instead of rebar and all that. That's the wood sticks are the rebars, put it that way. And so out there, the sister, we did a walkthrough, and you want to see it. And the sister, she been doing it. She's been at that particular orphanage for 21 years. And for a sister to give that much time of her life to help other kids, you had to be blessed by the Most High to do that, because she said it can be it has been some challenges, especially kids that have some issues, and they try to deal with them as much as they possibly can, because a lot of these kids been traumatized. a lot of them been traumatized. Just as much as our brothers and sisters in the United States, they've been just as traumatized. So what I'm gonna do, I will, in that video, I'm gonna put up the cash app because they was in need of some things, and so from the time I close it out, and that's when I'm gonna look at the start of a cat, whatever money comes in, and for I would say today is what, Friday, until next week Friday, calculate all that, and because they need ropes to tie around a tree to run to another tree so they can hang their clothes up. Yes. Yeah, these kids next door, yeah, they doing that. They singing, yeah. You know, it's a good thing to hear their voice and him out there playing, and how a lot of these kids running around with a toy that they made, a wheel, nail, and they have it turning and just run with their stick, and they just keep playing with it. The little sister next door, they play soccer with a water bottle filled with dirt. That's their soccer ball. I said, no, I'm gonna get a ball for them. I'm gonna get a ball for them. And they kind of, you got to be careful that sometimes, because they were like, well, that's a man's sport. Like, these little girls around here playing the ball, I don't think it's going to hurt nobody's feeling. They're playing in the backyard with a ball, and that's what they do. And then they do what we do. They sit out in the front and play cards. I don't know if it's spades or whatever, but they play cards. And so, yeah, simplified life. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. Now, Sister Georgetta, what do you know about that type of lifestyle? Yeah, I know you're saying. We did the same thing. We did the exact same thing, and then it's not that it's too far gone. We may have gotten kind of bougie, as we grew up and got older and things, as if we thoroughly think we forgot the way we came up. No, we didn't. Because if you get down to it, you know exactly what you need to do. That's one thing about it. You know exactly what you need to do. So it's not that we want to fool ourselves and think, oh no, I can't do this. I'm past that. I don't go backwards. No, it ain't the fact that you're going backwards. You had a life experience. You got this education. Get out there and go pick some peas. That's it. Go out there and pick some peas so that you can eat. Clothespins, yes, all of it. Clothespin. Hey, yeah, we used to take the clothespin and a beer bottle tap with some rubber bands, and I mean, we used to put them on there and shoot them off and everything. And, we'd go get a chicken branch. We used to go get a tree branch. As long as it had a Y shape to it, we put rubber bands on it. That's our slingshot. So now it's not too far off from us. We know if we needed to do some things, we know what we got inside of our minds, things that we grew up doing. And and the thing about it is this. Have you ever asked yourself this question? The majority of people that seem like they're waking it up are people late 40s, in their 50s, 60s, people that went through the 90s. Those are from what I have seen, are waking up, that have awoken with a great deal of strength on top of waking up. Yes, man. So how do you play hopscotch with a wait a minute, with a Coke bottle? I mean, because I'm thinking that with maybe let me see, Georgetta, because you thought that pop bottle you would bust some glass. Or you talking about the top of it, the cap of it, and things? Because I remember doing that hopscotch, and then you had four squares. Was it four squares with the ball? We did that. We lived in the project. We had some of everything in the projects. Yeah, we did. I mean, everybody played softball, pretty much. Four squares, tetherball, flying frisbees. Oh, sister, yeah, you're right. That you can take the bottom of that Coke bottle. Yeah, I don't care what you do. It's like it's near about impossible to break that bottom of that Coke bottle. You everything else can break except for that. It takes a lot for you to break that part of it. I don't know. That's like the thick piece of the glass. Hey, that's why they call it Coke bottle when they got those big thick glasses. But I tell you, we ain't forgot about all that stuff. We haven't. If it gets down to it, we know for a fact this is what we need to do. And if life do move in that direction, that we need to go back to when we was kids, and that's what our parents and grandparents showed us. That's how we need to go back to, because it seems, it would appear that we may be just going back there. Oh yeah, I tell you, kickball, you're right. All of it, we did it. No, but now they just have basketball, baseball, football. Basketball, their knees are no good when they get to a particular time in their life. Baseball, football, ooh, we all know about that one. So I mean, this is it. Jumping rope. Oh yeah, double dutch. Come on now. You know that double dutch. Oh, yes we did. And when and those are the things that we did to occupy our time for us to have a little getaway, as you may say. And even when you like lived in a city, you had the kids jumping on those dirty mattresses, flipping up and down and everything. And it is what it was. I mean, we had the mattresses too, but when it rained, we didn't touch them. No, we didn't do that. And so, I mean, brothers and sisters, we are that generation. People in their 50s, late 40s, 60s. We're that generation that woke up, came up with strength. And let's maintain that. The Most High just didn't pick us up just out of the clear blue sky for us to sit right here and twiddle our thumbs. He didn't. He woke us up because he knew this is the generation of that 400 years of these people. It will end. And it will end and start with this generation. That's who we are. Let's maintain that. Because if we don't maintain that, if we do not sit here and help our brothers, it's not a far off. Because the Most High is about to stand. When he stands, we would like to believe we did our best in the glorification of his great and holy name. That's what we would like to believe. But let's believe that with a great deal of fear and trembling, and continue to do our best, helping our brothers and encouraging our brothers and sisters. This is not the time talking about you don't want to get involved with this or you don't want to get involved with that. As long as you're an awakened Hebrew and somebody calls and say, I have this problem and things, so on, so, oh, I don't want to get involved with that. If it's something that has to do with your brothers and it's on a spiritual level, we're all up under that law to assist our brothers and sisters. Whether you want to believe that or not, that remains to be seen with individuals. Because you can take one brother or sister and say this and say that, and then that right there will encourage a great deal of brothers and sisters. But if you feel that your voice is not like that, no, that's not the case. Your voice is right there. You are the case. Each and every last one of us has a gift. We have it. We have a gift. It's all about us recognizing and using it. That's what this is about. I tell you, bro. We're about to go through some things. We're going through some things. I ain't gonna say about to. We're going through some things while the world is being judged. While this world is being judged, brothers and sisters, in closing, let us continue to brace our hearts and minds up, have that solid foundation of coming out of this system into a system that we've been reintroduced to. We will be setting an example for our forefathers. The Most High said we will get one who comes to appreciate. We're that generation. We are that spoken of people. That's who we are. Hold that as a strength. Hold that as a promise from the Most High. He said you will come to appreciate that. Let's appreciate it. Let's hold on to it. And on that note, brothers and sisters, keep your heads on the swivel. I'm reading things that's going on over there. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to stay that humble. Cause I tell you, when the Most High humbles you, I don't want to get hit. It don't take much for me to break down. My mom used to pull out that switch. You can call me Speedy Gonzalez. Yes, I was quick. I was quick. I was woo. Slide up on that bunk bed. Stay there until my mother cooled down. And then she'll fool me. Oh, you think I forgot? Woo. Man, please. But it is, I mean, but let's just stay focused. Focus on the things at hand. You're seeing what's happening in this world. Do not let what's going on in this. I need to get away from saying don't let. Make it a prayerful matter to the Most High that we do not get sucked up in this system of things with the heat of World War III, this political stuff they got going on. Yes, we need to pray daily. I'm telling you, daily. The moment I'm gonna upload that video and I'm gonna put the cash out for those that can help the brothers and sisters out for the little ones and um, on the Shabbat and pull out some scriptures and we'll go, just dive into some scriptures and read them and see how they apply to our track in life. And on that note, you brothers and sisters, like I said, be safe, get on the swivel, and shalom. Take care. Oh, shit, I'm getting the wrong thing.